Hey guys, it's Lucy and welcome to my new series, 12 Days of Runmas. Series, I am going to be filming 12 run with me's over the course of December. I have my Santa's hat at the ready, filled with miles marked 1 to 12. Every morning I'm going to be picking out of that hat. I have no idea how far I'm going to be running. This morning I rummaged through that Santa's hat and I pulled out, of course, 12 miles. Honestly, I wasn't that happy about 12 miles. If it was 6 miles or less, I would have been happy. For day one, and I've pulled out the big 12 miles straight away. Well, here we go. I'm just going to give it a go. I'm not convinced I have 12 miles in me today, but this is the whole point of this series. Push yourself, see what you can achieve. I'm not going home until my watch ticks over to that 12-mile mark. I don't care how long it takes me. I don't care if I have to drag myself to that 12 miles. I'm going to get it done. Come along with me for day one. I've actually run about 1.5 miles nearly already on this run, just as a bit of a warm-up, get myself going and get myself ready. Over the course of this series, I am going to be talking about different subjects as to what stopped me running in the beginning and what has changed since I've started. And today, I'm going to be talking about the worry. When I first thought about going outside and running, or at least trying to run, the very first thing I thought of was people are gonna see me. Now what I was worried about was being judged, which really is silly, because why would you judge someone for getting out and trying to get healthy in a healthy way? I guess I kind of just created some sort of stigma inside me of being obese and running, because at the time I was 230 pounds. If I would have attempted to run, it would only have lasted 30 seconds. Now that was my starting point. I guess that feeling of worry and sort of stigma of having people see me is kind of similar to when you want to join the gym for the first time and the thought of walking in there and seeing everyone else who knows what they're doing and you being the newbie. I guess that's kind of the similar feeling that I had. And back then, when I was 230 pounds, I was so self-conscious. I worried so much about what I looked like. I used to wear makeup all the time, every day, no matter where I went, makeup. Not that that's a bad thing. If it made me feel better and more comfortable, then, you know, that's great. But it was covering up an insecurity. I know I said I wasn't going to come home until I'd hit the 12-mile mark, but I need to use the toilet, so there we go. I'm also going to use this moment to just refresh and get a bit more water in me. I didn't drink enough this morning. And I was going to have a gel while I'm here, but I've done nearly 4 miles and I think I'm going to save it to mile 5. That's what I tend to do anyway. Every 5 miles I'll have a gel, so then it works out 5, mile 10. Yeah, I think that'll work. Right, let's get back out there then. Up the worry into 4 parts. Now these 4 parts are going to be the 4 main things that used to come to my mind and that I was worried about. So like when I said that I didn't want anyone to see me, these are the top 4 things that I didn't want anyone to see. The first part is walking. Having to stop and walk and have people see me walking was a big no-no, and it kind of made me feel like it was a big physical sign that I couldn't run, therefore I was unfit. For me at the time, for some reason, that was something to be ashamed of. If you are in that situation and you don't want anyone to see you walking, please know it's normal to have to stop and walk at any level. Stopping to walk and get my breath back was exactly what I was supposed to do, and I didn't know it at the time, but that is interval training, and it is a great way to build up your running and get your body to recover quicker so you can actually run for longer periods of time. It got me to where I am today, and I still include interval training, probably not as much as I should, but I still include interval training in my runs to this day. I still do carry a little bit of that I can't stop and walk in front of people kind of thing in my head now. Even when my run is finished, I've done all the miles that I set out to do, if there's someone there, there's always a part of me that's like, no, I'll just run past them before I stop. So what better way to talk about it than actually stop running on this run and do a bit of walking. I'm 5 miles in, so this is what I'm gonna have now. I'm really tired. I know I've got the miles in me, it's just I didn't know I was going to be running 12 miles today, so I don't have a route, so I'm just kind of like dotting around. When don't I dot around? Guys, I've just done just over half of the run, and give this video a thumbs up because I tell you now, I'm trying really hard. I am struggling today. My hips really sore, my legs feel really heavy. I told you in the beginning I didn't think I had it in me, and I've done over half. So from now I'm just gonna run the mile you're in tactic and just hit that like button for me, guys. Okay, I'm really struggling, but I'm gonna get my number 2 of the worry done. And the irony is, I didn't want people to see me out of breath, which, as you can tell, I currently am out of breath. I'm really finding this run hard. I didn't expect it to be as hard as this is, to be fair, but in the beginning I used to get out of breath from just simply walking, whether it be walking the dog, walking to the shops, whatever it was. I used to get really self-conscious that once I'm at the top of the stairs, I'm out of breath. Couldn't hold a conversation. I couldn't even talk like I am now. So the thought of other people seeing me out and about when I'm trying to run, it really gives me such anxiety. But being out of breath is completely normal. I used to be so out of breath that I couldn't get enough air in and enough air out at the same time. It felt like I was never going to breathe normal ever again. And I didn't see other people out of breath like I was. But take it steady, go at your own pace, get your breath back, go again, and you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to just literally put my head down and go because I've got like 2.7 miles to go. This run has been so hard, like really hard. I've struggled so much. Like, I've got the miles done, I've ticked them over, but boy have I worked hard to get them done. What I'm gonna do is, my phone is dying as well, so you know, picking up the camera and getting clips has really drained my phone as well. I've been out for so long, but if I can get these last couple miles done, I can just push through. I feel so sluggish and horrible. If I can get these last couple miles done, what I'll do is I'll talk about the other 2 things that used to worry me about being seen out and about running in the beginning of my journey when I get back. So I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to quit. I've lost count. I've wanted to quit probably a couple times every mile. It's been that bad. But anyway, I'm gonna get my head down and I'm gonna get this run over with, and I will see you back home. I want to get back home. Right, so I'm back. I'm washed, I'm showered, and I've made myself a bowl of soup. I was so tired after getting back from that run, but I did it. 12 miles. Oh, I did it. I smashed it. I'm so happy that I got it done. I didn't think I would, as you know, I did say right in the beginning and throughout. 12 miles on day 1 of the 12 days of Runmas. I've got the big one out the way now, guys. So there was 2 other things that I wanted to talk about. At the beginning of my journey, one of the things that really made me self-conscious was the fact that people would see me sweating. Now, I know that might sound a bit silly, and it really does. Saying it out loud, it does sound a bit silly. I used to be so heavy that I would sweat over nothing. In the winter, I would have a coat on and I would be absolutely sweating underneath. But I would be way too self-conscious of the fact that I can't take this coat off, it will be cold. Everyone will say to me, put your coat on, it's cold, why are you taking your coat off? You know, I just didn't want it to be super obvious. I was so overweight. And again, it is a sign of what it was for me, of how unhealthy and unfit I was. If I was just to go for a walk and I'm dripping with sweat, but everyone else is absolutely fine, it just made me very self-conscious of the fact that I was sweaty. So the smallest of exercises, I would get really sweaty really quick. I didn't like it. It was horrible. I didn't want people to see that. I thought I'd be judged for it. But it's really silly because now I film myself hot and sweaty and I put it on the internet because I want you to know that it is normal. It's absolutely normal. I used to think that being so obese and being hot and sweaty was different to if it was, for example, my husband, who was fit and strong, and he would obviously get sweaty on his workouts, but it felt different. It felt like there was no judgment towards him for being hot and sweaty. But for me, being obese and doing barely the level that he was doing and getting sweatier than he was, it just felt a bit more difficult for me. But no one is judging you. Absolutely no one is. It was all in my head. That's the thing that came to fruition, is it was all in my head. The last one, the 4th worry that I'm adding on to this, was genuinely, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but one of the things that I worried about people seeing me and was the fact that I thought I was going to look ugly. Thought I was going to be unattractive and just look horrible. I thought people would look at me and be like, ugh. I mean, come on, that's just so silly. So putting myself in a situation where I was out trying to run, getting hot and sweaty, people seeing my skin, not being able to run, having to stop and walk. I just thought the whole combination, the whole thing, I would just look really ugly. I wasn't. Nobody is. If you're trying to get healthy in a healthy way, then please don't worry about how you look, because how you feel afterwards is going to be so much better than how you feel during. While I was out running today, did I worry about looking ugly? No, I didn't. I did not care, and I got to this position because I pushed through and I told myself, no Lucy, you deserve better than that. Don't not go out running because you're scared you're going to look unattractive. You deserve to be out there and hitting your goals just as much as anybody else. There's no level of attractiveness that you need to reach before you're allowed to go out and exercise. Everybody can. I am going to woof down this soup. I've just been chatting this whole time. I'm starving. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back again on Saturday for day 2 of 12 Days of Runmas. Please let me know in the comments below if I've encouraged you to get out and run. I really hope I have, because those 12 miles were really difficult for me. But make sure to hit that like button. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe to see some more, and I will see you on Saturday for day 2. Bye guys.